Alright, what's up YouTube? So we got a pretty heavy dump on BTC and the legacy markets right now, and we have the 4-hour close coming up in 30 seconds. I'm just gonna jump right into the shots, and we are going to take a look at BTC USD on Bitstamp for a possible short entry. Alright, so here's BTC USD on Bitstamp. This is the possible short signal that I'm watching. So we are seeing a pretty heavy dump across all markets right now. We got BTC dumping, and well, I mean it's not really a super heavy dump. I mean, unless we're obviously seeing a significant move to the downside. What the fuck was that? Alright. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. So I don't know what the fuck happened. It's probably some neighbor's kid or something got on the baby monitor, like our frequency, and it started yelling like a I don't know what. And yeah, I'm back. Alright, so let's take a look at Bitcoin here. We have the 4-hour close just happened a couple of minutes ago. And the idea was to actually record this on the actual 4-hour close, but you know, it happens. Maybe it's just, you know, aliens getting onto my baby monitor. Would not surprise me with all the shit going on. So with the 4-hour close here, let's go over to the daily chart here. There's a couple of different ways to watch this. We have this trend line looking good, right? We got these, we're bouncing up this one, and the thing is, you know, breaking this trend line to the downside haven't really changed my daily outlook for the daily trend of Bitcoin. I'm obviously a bit more geared towards the bear side right now because of the fact that we broke this trend line to the downside, and the trend line is also confluent with the range EQ. If you guys have watched my live stream yesterday, you know what I was looking at, and quite clear here, right? If we lose range EQ on a daily confluent with this trend line here, I'm going to start to become you know, more bearish, but not on the higher time frames, right? This is the area down here that we need to hold for me to continue to be bullish on you know, the medium to higher time frame. But right now it kind of looks like we are very much likely going to see a move down to range low, being around 8.6, you know, 8.5 to 8.6, 8.7, something like that. And for a short entry, I know a lot of people are looking to short this right now, and a lot of people are probably looking to bounce it. Obviously, I mean to buy the bounce. Obviously, I'm not looking to buy. I'm not looking to try to catch a falling knife here. I'm not interested in trying to buy the bottom right here. I'm more interested in shorting a possible bearish retest of this range EQ area confluent with this trend line. And the way I trade is I'm in no hurry at all to actually enter a short, because I mean, sure, we could dump, you know, just further down and get this type of move, but I'm not really seeing a decent risk to reward ratio trade to take down in this area. Because I mean, very likely that we are going to test the 9,250 area here. That's where I want to enter on my short. So if you enter down here, you want to have your stop loss above this area, but that's going to be so close to this area that if we get this retest, your stop loss above this area is most likely going to get stopped out. So you need to have your, I mean, the safest stop loss is going to be up here above the range EQ on this 4-hour range, and above the 21 EMA on the daily. So the 21 EMA on the daily is down here, right? And we have had a bearish retest of the 21 EMA on the daily already. So if we come up and start trading above the 21 EMA on a daily again, I do think that the trend is intact. The daily bull trend is intact, and we are most likely going to see continuation to the upside. But the fact that the weekly trend is actually down right now, and we have the 21 EMA and the 21 EMA on the weekly right here. We have the 200 simple, the 200 EMA right here, the 200 simple below. I think this is definitely an area for a proper bounce, right? So I would like to get in on a short entry here. You can kind of see how that's a decent SR area, right? So I want to get in on a short move here, and I do anticipate the 55 EMA on the daily to act as support for a bounce higher. Can we just break down here and just continue lower? Of course you can, but trading is about finding your high probability entries and finding the entries that will give you a decent enough risk to reward ratio that it's actually going to be worth actually taking the trade. And right now I really do think that the breakout level, the breakout area is this area. So I think a short in that general area is going to be a pretty good idea actually. So that's what I'm watching. I'm going to if you're a member in the Birdnest community, we're working on a setup for this, and so keep your eyes on the official calls channel. We might have a setup like this one coming out shortly. I just want to have you know, I'm gonna talk to the team, see if we need more confirmation on this or whatever, but it's coming. Something's coming, right? And if we break down from this area, right, you can see how it's been acting as support here, support here. This is also a very good SR area that we are trading in right now, right? But you need to be patient, right? You need to wait for the actual breakdown and then short the bearish retest. But this is right now definitely the best entry. That's what I'm watching on BTC. I'm going to take a quick look at Bitcoin dominance chart. The general yeah, and obviously like I explained on my stream yesterday, we're seeing a bull trend on the 4-hour. We broke these highs here. It's looking like it wants to this is probably we're going to see more upside on this one probably. So if we reclaim this lost support here from move higher, alts are really going to suffer. But if we see Bitcoin bounce on the 55 EMA, and we're going to start ranging maybe between the daily 55 EMA and the daily 21 EMA, or just continue this range that we've been ranging in for the last couple of weeks, we're most likely going to see BTC dominance move down here, and we are going to see these types of gains that we have been seeing last couple of weeks for altcoins. So right now alts is in a risk off scenario. What I mean by that is, for me personally, trading alts right now is not interesting. Alts will be interesting again when we see clear signs of reaction here, and that would look something like this, right? You have this level here and you get reacted like this. This is the type of market structure you want to see, kind of like a head and shoulders here, breakdown, bearish retest, go. That's the risk on scenario for alts. That's what I'm watching to be able to trade alts comfortably again. All right, so that's BTC and the BTC dominance. Now let's take a look at and yeah, if we dump further from here, this is definitely going to be the area where you want to go long, or you want to take profits on your short. Obviously, I'm not going to go long here. I'm not interested in buying Bitcoin in a downtrend. I'm more interested in selling a move down and buying a move up. Not selling a move up and buying a move down. That's not how I trade. I want to trade with the trend, and even if it's a high time frame trade or short term trade. So the area between let's say 8.6 and 8.4 is a very strong area for a possible bounce. Now, and I would say probably 8.5 is the best area. So let's take a look at the S&P 500. So this is a short setup that I have on the chart here. We are seeing a possible 4-hour bullish divergence on the RSI here. How's the 1 hour looking? So we're seeing a bullish divergence on the RSI, on the and possibly on the RSI too. I mean the MACD. So 1 hour bullish divergence on the RSI, and we are about to see one on the MACD too, and we have a possible bearish bullish divergence on the 4-hour RSI too. So what does that mean? Well, it means that you are most likely going to get a bounce here because it's confluent with a pretty strong SR area here, right? As you can see, we're trading inside that area right now, and I think we are going to get a bounce here. And if that happens, I want to enter this short setup. And if this short setup gets stopped out, we get a move like this, right? I want to be long, and if that happens, that means that the legacy market have recovered from this dump that we're seeing right now, and Bitcoin will most likely follow the legacy market up. And if this happens, if this short setup is going to fail and legacy markets are going to recover this week, that's usually that's probably when we will see Bitcoin break 10K to the upside. Right now, Bitcoin is looking very bearish. S&P 500 is looking very bad. Let's take a look at Euro USD. So I'm actually in the. Am I in this one? Let's see. Am I in? You know what? I'm a bit pissed that I missed this opportunity on USD versus the Canadian dollar. I just fuck, man. Or do I actually have a position on this? Let's see if I have any fills on this one. I do not have any fills on this one. I have orders on this one. USD CAD. So the first order is at down here in the CAD. It's actually up here. I don't think I got filled on this one. Ah man, I did not. So that kind of sucks. This is looking very bullish, honestly. So we are like, I know some people followed this trade. It was a really good trade, and honestly, I think it was a very good analysis of this, really setting up to be a pretty strong move. So the initial idea was to long this area, right? And that would have turned out to be a great idea, but I was waiting for this retest that I never got. So we got front ran slightly here on this RLC, and if you zoom down into the hourly here, it looks like we kind of got front ran on this RLC here too, right? So let's see what's in store for this one. We have the 618 Fibonacci retracement level right here. That's looking very interesting for a possible retest. But looking at the 4-hour here, we kind of tested that area again. So I think kind of feels like this trade is. I'm really trying to get in on this, but it feels like it's getting too late, honestly. I mean, this might be a an option. But it's, I don't know, man. Like, might be a decent idea. Let's look at the 4 hour. I want to wait for, should probably wait for the 4 hour, this 4 hour candle to close above. That's going to be, it also give us a pretty good rounded retest on the hourly. I would look at this as an area for entry. Now this is more like a low time frame scalpish trade now that this whole, I mean, I've missed out on this whole move here. So this would be a more low time frame scalpish type of move, which means I need to use lower risk on this one. Now let's just add the RLC here to see where we actually come in. It's actually right down there. I already had a nice retest, so I'm not really putting a lot of weight on that one. Let's add the moving averages on the daily and the 4 hour. So on the daily, this is interesting. We're getting rejected by the 21 EMA on daily. We got the 200 EMA right there. So we actually did bounce pretty nicely off that one. We're seeing the 21 crossing the 55 to the upside. Yeah, I do like this one. So this is what I'm looking at, right? I want to go long here. Stop loss should be below that wick. Because if we trade lower than this level, we are most likely going to test the RLC. That's when I can take a possible bigger position because this RLC is untested, right? So this is something I'm watching. We got low here. Where would be the best area to take some profits? So you want to look at the breakdown area on the daily here. I'm going to look at the daily and the 4 hour. Now, I do really think this is the safest place to take profits. And that would bring me up to a 2.7R trade, which is decent, right? So I might actually take this trade. I like that one. I like this idea. And if that doesn't get filled, I have a level here that I really like. That trade would look something like this. That's also a 2.79R trade. So that's also a decent risk to reward setup. Actually, this one to the right is have a higher R. But these are two interesting trades that I'm watching on on USD CAD right now. All right, so we're going to take a look at Euro USD. This is a short I'm in currently, so this is pretty simple, right? I've got a couple of bids here. I'm 50% filled on this one, and if we break down more on the 4 hour here, I'm most likely going to cancel the last bids that I have. And what I'm looking for is a move like this, right? So we have this this type of pattern, right? So I'm waiting to get filled here. When we get this type of move and this bearish retest, I'm just going to start trailing my stop to the downside on Euro USD. Euro CAD, this is a trade I'm in too. So I've entered. So I've entered here, right? Got the stop below these lows. And take profit is going to be range high here. That's what I'm watching on this one. You can kind of see what I mean by the range here, right? Right, so that's the general idea on that one. Let's see, do we have anything on gold? On gold. This one broke down. Usually when, I mean, yeah. Bitcoin and S&P kind of dumped, so when a move like that, we can expect gold to dump too. This is a trade I'm in, not looking very good right now. I'm just gonna let it run. We are down in this support area right here, so not looking too bad if we can reclaim this area like that. So I'm just gonna let this one run. When we do cross above this entry area, I might start trailing my stop up to protect the position. But right now, I don't think it's a very good idea to exit unless we get a move like this with a clear reaction of that area. I might exit. That happens. Right now, if you're looking at the 4-hour, we are still seeing, well, yeah, I don't know, it's not looking super good, but it's interesting. Alright, so I think that's it. That's everything I wanted to take a look at now. We will go back to the Bitcoin chart quickly, and we are seeing that the daily 55 EMA is actually holding, and looking at this chart right here, we are seeing our first green candle here on the 4-hour. And yeah, we're moving up. I think we might be in for a retest of this area right here, and that's looking pretty good for a short setup. So I'm going to start working on the short setup, see if the other members of the team like it, and if they do, I will post a setup for you guys. All right, so see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.